Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here, and today we're making sure your mobile suit is really ready for the fight. With the new patch bringing us the new expansion facility, now is the best time to talk about preparing your mobile suit, because whether it's a meta mobile suit like the Psychomu Doga or a 200 cost Zanny, proper preparation is what makes it able to do what it's supposed to do. Quite literally, when you try to swap your beam rifle and a grenade comes out instead, hitting a Zock who's properly prepared with maxed out custom parts and didn't even budge. Today's video is here to teach you how to be the well-prepared Zock so that you are ready for any enemy, by guiding you through what you do before you even get into a game in Battle Operations 2, the Mobile Suit Customization. There are three main parts in customizing a mobile suit: the mobile suit setup, custom parts, and finally mobile suit enhancement. Let's go straight to the most important one, the mobile suit setup. When you first select a mobile suit, you'll be greeted by a small menu with mobile suit customization at the top. There you'll find most of the things you need to prepare a mobile suit before a fight. If your mobile suit comes with different choices of main weapons, here's where you change them. But here's also where you find the most important setup, the weapon shortcuts. Get to the shortcut tab at the top and you'll see keys appear on each weapon. They stand for the key you press to get to that weapon directly, instead of the weapon swap wheel. Needless to say, they are extremely important, as they save you from having to spam the swap weapon key 5 times to get to the right weapon. In Battle Operations 2, you get 8 weapon shortcuts, and how you bind them is totally up to you. Personally, I use the number keys because it is the easiest to remember, but nothing keeps you from binding them dangerously close to your WASD keys. To change them, just go to the option menu and head to key bindings. Go to the mobile suit keybinds and you'll find the keys at the very bottom. That's weapon shortcuts done, easy peasy. Or so you thought. Here's the tricky part. When you use these shortcuts while on thrusters, they have the tendency to go to a different weapon. Not sure exactly why, but rumors say it's because a Japanese game dev has been here. Good news for you, there's a pretty easy way to fix it. While some keybinds tend to cause problems, the keybinds for specifically the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the 8th slot is free from this problem. So what I did here is I swapped the keybinds for the 2nd and 8th slot. Now I get the first 5 slots which I use the most, all free from the Japanese game dev, and the rest are so far away on the keyboard I can't even reach them while on thrusters, so there's no problem there either. Just remember to check the shortcuts for your mobile suits before you get into a game, because every weapon binded to the 2 key before you swap the bindings is now on the 8 key. Guess how I found that out? Okay, now that your weapon shortcuts are really ready, we can talk about the second part of mobile suit customization, the custom parts. And custom parts are important. Some custom parts look really underwhelming, especially when you just started the game. But when you start to get good custom parts and slowly fill up your custom part slots, you suddenly find that they can stack up and make a huge difference in mobile suit performance. Like, a lot. Custom parts come in 5 types. The main types are attack, defense, movement, auxiliary, and special. Attack and defense custom parts straightforwardly increases your attack or defense. Movement parts either increase your movement speed, your thruster speed, or extends your thruster bar. Auxiliary parts are things that make life easier, so things such as overheat reduction and reload speed. Turn rate also falls under this category. Finally, there's the special parts, which is whatever the devs gave up on categorizing. Most custom parts are available in the DP shop. Some occasionally appear in the recycle tickets, and at last you have the so-called pay-to-win custom parts, which are hardly going to win you games. They usually come as the 7th step in step-up mobile suit pools and come with funky effects, but to get them, you have to hoard up a lot of tokens. You don't need them to win games, so don't bother unless you found something really funny. Now, if you go back to the equipment set tab on the customization screen, you'll find 8 empty slots underneath the weapons. This is where you put your custom parts, and all mobile suits can fit up to 8 of such parts. Each custom part takes up what we call custom part slots. Not to be mixed up with the 8 spaces you get on all mobile suits, custom part slots are these things underneath the stats. Each mobile suit have their own number of custom part slots of each type, so the combination of parts you can fit on a mobile suit changes accordingly. For example, our good old Zock has a lot of long-range slots, so we can put a lot of ranged attack on. But we can't put much melee attack on as we only have 3 close-range slots. Didn't stop me from making a melee Zock though. That was the basics about custom parts. Now let's talk about which parts you should choose, because a melee Zock is not going to help you win a lot of games. The biggest factor to what custom part you choose is your mobile suit's playstyle. If it's a gorilla that always dives in for melees, then you'd want to put on custom parts to extend your thrusters. If it's a ranged sniper, you'd put on ranged attack to increase your damage, and not put on those melee parts. The other factor to consider is whether doing more damage or taking less damage in return is more important for your mobile suit. If your mobile suit is a general type that's supposed to hold the front line, it is obviously more important to take less damage. On the other hand, if you're a sniper that's not supposed to take damage in the first place, who cares about the defense? So think carefully about how you want to use your mobile suit before you fit your parts in. Finally, we talk about mobile suit enhancement. What mobile suit enhancement does is it makes your mobile suit even stronger, but takes extra time and items. So don't expect to enhance every mobile suit you got. Just spend your items on the ones you use the most. There are 2 main parts to mobile suit enhancement: the mobile suit enhancement list and the new mobile suit expansion. When you go back to the menu at the start, underneath the customize button, there's this tab that says the enhancement list. Press on that and a list pops up on the right. This list tells you what extra bonuses the mobile suit gets when you reach a certain amount of enhancement points, giving you stuff like extra custom part slots, extra thrusters, etc. You get up to 4 enhancement points every time you use a mobile suit in a game. As you can see, even a 200 cost suit takes 360 points to reach the 4th bonus. No, I'm not playing 700 games just to get a few custom part slots. That's why you need the next feature in the game to help you get there. And for this, we have to move away from the Harrow menu and on to the hangar. The hangar, which people usually forget because it's always behind you when you log in, is where you get most of your enhancement points. Speak to the lady whom you'll thank a lot later and enter the hangar. Here you get your hangar slots. Put a mobile suit into one of them, and after 48 hours, you get 100 enhancement points for doing absolutely nothing. If that sounds a bit slow, you can always use booster tickets to speed up the process, but usually all I do is put mobile suits in there every 2 days and forget about them. This gets you to the 4th bonus enhancement. To unlock the last 2 bonuses, you have to go back to the menu and head to the modification facility. By spending another different item there, you increase the capacity for enhancement points even further. Then all you have to do is resume the daily routine of putting the mobile suits into the hangar, and you get every bonus in the enhancement list. Probably skip the last one if it's as useless as increased security. Finally, we get onto the new feature of the game, the mobile suit expansion. What these do is randomly give your mobile suit an extra skill from a list of 10. These skills vary greatly in their effect. Some might end up completely useless on your mobile suit, but some are simply ridiculous. Since it's so easy to get them, it's always a good idea to get them for the mobile suit you use the most. Getting these expansion skills are easy. All you have to do is go to the expansion facility, which is right underneath the modification facility. There, pick your mobile suit you want to enhance, pay up, and you get an expansion skill slot. Then select your mobile suit again, and this time you get skill development as a choice. Press that and you'll be given a choice between the 3 mechanics. Each mechanic comes with a different success rate and different probability of getting a skill of a certain level. But there's really no debate, just swap to Leona Lugraft. Press OK and boom, you get a new expansion skill. The skill you get is totally random, but regardless of what skill it is, you always want the level 5 version, which is why the other 2 mechanics are simply not worth paying for. Since each mechanic can only be used once every day, make sure you ask Leona to upgrade something for you every time you log in. You also get 350 expansion coins in your daily missions, so complete them and you'll never run out of coins. Well, if you didn't go and unlock slots for literally every mobile suit you got. One more thing about mobile suit expansions, and that's the expansion skill enhancement. By spending skill enhancement tickets, it is possible to increase the level of an expansion skill you got. So if you got a skill that's a perfect fit for your mobile suit but at a lower level, you may consider doing that. Warning, however, there's currently no way to get any new skill enhancement tickets on PC. Doing that is extremely simple. Just go back to the enhancement facility, pick a mobile suit, and go to the bottom of the list. Spend your tickets and you're good to go. All that said, what are these expansion skills that makes them worth all that effort to get? There are 10 of them, but roughly they can be split into offensive, defensive, movement, and custom part type skills. Offensive, defensive, and movement type expansion skills are straightforward. Offensive expansion skills increase either your melee or ranged attack, while also increasing the attack cap to over 100. Same for the defensive skills, which increase the defense and the capacity of a particular type instead. And movement type expansion skills increases your thruster and thruster capacity. All that bonus for nothing is of course good. But now, the stupid part. Custom part type expansion skills give you extra stats based on the number of custom parts you've put on of each type. Custom part expansion health points give you up to 400 extra base health based on the number of attack custom parts. Custom part expansion attack gives you up to 3 extra of both ranged and melee attack based on the number of movement custom parts. Custom part expansion armor gives you up to 3 extra defense of all types based on the number of auxiliary custom parts. And custom part expansion thrusters gives up to 5 extra thrusters for every special type custom part. One of them is obviously more broken than others. Custom part expansion armor, especially at level 5, makes absolutely no sense. Not because 3 extra of all defense types is broken. Based armor gives 4 of each type plus thrusters, but it's just a good custom part and nothing game breaking. The skill is broken because there are custom parts out there that takes 1 custom part slot. The result is that for just 10 custom part slots, you get 15 defense of each type. Yeah, that's a bit cracked. Thankfully, that's all about mobile suit expansions. But that's already a good enough reason to get an upgrade from Leona every day. And with that, your mobile suit is at its very, very best. And all it took is stuff that you can get from daily missions. Speaking of daily missions, here's a checklist of the bare minimum you need to do every day to get everything you need. First, go straight to the hangar after you logged in to get your daily upgrade from Leona. Then check if any mobile suit is ready in the hangar and get a new one in when it's ready. Third thing to do is to go to the shop and check out the recycle ticket shop for rare mobile suits, weapons, and custom parts. Finally, check the daily missions and see if you have to play space matches, and then all you have to do is hop on for free games. This gives you 3 tokens a day and 150 expansion coins for spending less than an hour every day. If you got the time, play 5 games and you get 200 more coins, so you'll never run out of them. And that's it for this video. All you have to do is to follow that daily routine and your mobile suit will always be in tip-top shape. That's it from me today. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. I make videos on the mobile suits themselves every week, so check those out too, and laters.